once you figure it out, just love yourself unconditionally and like don't try to change things too much. And you are who you are for a reason, and it's amazing, and you don't need to change for anybody. That's definitely what I would say.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Emily Curl with iHeartRadio, and today we're hanging out with the lovely Madison Beer. Thank you so much for being here. We're so excited to have you.
Of course, thank you for having me.
So some of your biggest fans have sent in questions, and they're looking for some Madison Beer advice. Are you down to answer their questions?
Of course.
Okay, so fan number 1 is @BabyBeer. They want to know, are there any tips for long-term mental health healing? Starting off a little heavy today.
Yeah, I mean, long term, it's just about kind of like practicing. And I feel like sometimes when people feel like they've recovered or feel like they've gotten a lot better, they tend to not practice the same things that they did every day, which maybe were positive affirmations for themselves, or it was doing things that made them feel good or setting boundaries. And then I feel like sometimes I've noticed, even with myself, that when I feel better, I tend to stop actually practicing those things every single day. So I would say just continue to practice and continue to make sure that you're 100% like laser focused on keeping yourself in this good mind state.
I'm a big affirmations person too. Do you have some that you say to yourself every day?
I just try not to say anything mean to myself. Like I don't really say such I think because I would always just be very mean to myself. So I try to be nicer and not say such like mean things. I always think like, would you talk to one of your friends that way? No, so don't talk to yourself that way.
That's so true, so good and so true.
Yeah.
Okay, so fan number 2, GWS Julia asked, do you have any advice on finding yourself?
Again, just like patience, I would say. It takes a long time to truly find yourself. And I feel like a lot of people kind of try to rush that process because it can be very frustrating not feeling like you know yourself at all. So I would say just be patient with that. And once you figure it out, just love yourself unconditionally and like don't try to change things too much. And you are who you are for a reason, and it's amazing. And you don't need to change for anybody. That's definitely what I would say.
I love that because I agree. It takes some time to like create work that really feels like you. I think it's a little bit of trial and error with that stuff too.
Yeah, it is definitely. And especially when you're younger, it's obviously super hard. So I would say be patient as you can.
Patience. I love that. Fan number 3, Sabrina Carpent asked, how do you deal with stress during the pandemic?
I tried to figure out like coping mechanisms that I could adapt to while quarantined. So I took baths, I wrote in my journal, I drew, I made some TikToks. Like I just did things that made me get my mind off of things and were fun and lighthearted. I would watch a movie, a TV show, hang out with my brother. So yeah, just like I would say establishing healthy coping mechanisms was really important for me.
All right, so fan number 4, JJKZM asked, what or who is your support system?
My friends and family and my fans for sure. I feel like I have such a great group of people around me at all times, and my fan base is so supportive and like kind and just amazing. So I feel very blessed to have like done the weed whacking in my life of like who doesn't make me feel good and who doesn't uplift and support me. And I'm a very strong believer in having people around you who make you feel good and who know your worth and who treat you as such. So yeah, I'm just happy that I've created a really great support system around me.
With having such a large social media following too, how does that impact you? How do you sort of navigate that?
I mean, I'm kind of used to it at this point, but it definitely still has its like ups and downs, and there's moments that I get really stressed out about it and I'll get upset or whatever. So it's tough to navigate, but I'm trying my best. I think we all are. So it's just weird. It's more like just a weird thing that's it's like hard to even comprehend.
Right. I know, truly. So fan number 5, LS Grande asked, do you have any advice on how to find motivation?
I would say my motivation is like proving people wrong a lot of the times. Like I love when people doubt me because I just want to then like prove them wrong and, come out on top. So I don't know. Yeah, I would say like prove the haters wrong.
Prove the haters wrong. Love it.
Here's are my motivators,
So fan number 6, NTLT Kana asked, any advice on how to deal with anxiety and panic attacks?
Again, I would say definitely establish healthy coping mechanisms and things that make you feel better. Like my coping mechanism is taking a bath. Simple, but really effective and effective for me. So I would say just try to like figure out what can help you in those moments. And once you figure it out, set that boundary and be like, cool, I'm freaking out and I'm having an anxiety attack right now. Like I'm going to go take a bath and like no one's going to tell me not to. So yeah, establishing like healthy coping mechanisms that make you feel better.
Okay, fan number 7, Fedalore asked, how to deal with imperfections and insecurities.
Embrace them, love them, don't try to change them. That's what makes us human. So I would definitely just say embrace them.
Fedalore also asked how to deal with toxic friends and how to cut them off.
Don't cut them off. Just don't deal with them at all. Like how to cut them off? I mean, like again, it's boundaries. You got to just be like, hey, you don't make me feel so good. So I don't really want to be your friend anymore. Sorry. And like, that's a valid enough reason. And I feel like a lot of the times people are like, but they didn't do anything. I'm like, but you saying like, I don't want to is enough of a reason, or I don't like you, or you don't make me feel good, or you're having an undesirable effect on me. That's enough of a reason to get someone out of your life, in my opinion. So yeah, I've definitely just developed like a good group of people around me, and I cut anybody off very, very quickly who steps over any type of line.
Well, that's cool, because then it's like you're protective of them and they're protective of you. So it just makes for like a really like loyal friend group.
100%.
That's awesome. Okay, so fan question number 9 at Dear Durden. What was the longest / toughest song to write and record?
I'm trying to think. I'm like, was it Baby? We made a lot of edits on Baby, but I don't.
Really?
Yeah, Baby was made over a year ago. So I guess Baby.
No way.
Baby.
How'd you know it was right to release right now?
Well, we've had it for a while, and we just figured it was the right time because I wanted a really like upbeat, sexy song that made people feel good. So, yeah, I just was like, let's just put Baby out.
Also, the video's fire.
Thank you.
I love it. How did that concept come about?
We actually like reshot the video. That was a reshoot. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like
No
the second
way.
video we shot. Yeah, which was crazy. But I just wanted to make something that was like, the first video just didn't really send the message of like empowering, and it was not like female focused and whatever. And I just wanted it to be that. I wanted the messaging to be very like just sexy. Like that was it. I didn't want it to be some like, because like my other videos, a lot of them are very complex in the plot, I would say. Even like I literally feel like my videos all are like mini movies, but Baby, I was just like, no plot. I just wanted to be sexy, and I wanted to
just
be
hot,
like,
yeah.
fashion and cool and fun, and that's it. It's literally it.
When you're shooting a video like that is sexy and fun, what goes on behind the scenes? Do you have like a baller playlist that you're listening to? Like, how do you hype yourself up before you go out, before you shoot? What does that look like?
I mean, like, again, like the people around me, my hair and makeup, like my makeup artist particularly, she's like one of my closest friends, and she just hypes me up, and she's amazing. And like, I just have people around me who are just good vibes, honestly. Like, I like to just keep my circle positive. It really like is beneficial when you have good people around you.
Totally. Okay, so last fan question we have is at I Stand By Madison. Love these fans. What have you learned about yourself since becoming a celebrity?
That's tough because I was discovered at 12, so I feel like anybody would learn things about themselves regardless through those years. But I've learned that that's tough. That I've helped a lot of people, and that I have like a very like my life is valuable for a lot of reasons, but particularly because I feel like I've helped so many people, and like I'm not aware of it, but then I'll have people literally come up to me being like, you saved my life, or like you changed my life, or you made me think about myself differently and stuff like that. And so that's definitely something that I'm like, wow, I can't believe that I can impact people in that way. So that feels really good.
So, okay, last thing, because I do want to ask about your music before we wrap this up, but if you could send a message to your fans who are maybe going through something similar, where they've been bullied online or they see hateful things online, what would be the message that you send them?
If you, at the end of the day, the only thing I can say is if you know your intentions are good and you know that you're pure-hearted, they can't say shit to you. And you have to, at the end of the day, like if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, you're good, and I know that you're good, and what they say does not define you, then you're fine. And yeah, then you'll be okay.
And also, so I want to talk about new music too. Have you ever channeled any of these emotions into your music, into your lyrics?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of my album is a lot of stuff that talks about this, and a lot of stuff that is in discussion of mental health and being prescribed pills, and going through a lot of stuff that was really serious for me. I channeled almost all of it in my music.
And so we can expect new music this year.
Yes.
Can you give us any teasers?
I mean, I don't want to because I'm scared. I thought my album was going to come out in late March, and then we got hit with this stuff. So I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen next in the world. So I don't want to say for sure anything. But I mean, hopefully this song that I made recently, that I want it to be my next single. So hopefully that comes out. And then, yeah, my album has been done and it's just waiting to be dropped. So we'll see.
Well, we're so excited, Madison. Thank you so much for being here. It's so great to talk with you. I really appreciate your honesty and all your advice, and I know your fans do too. This was so great.
Of course. You're so sweet. It was nice to see you.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.